What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 11 Reunion Part 3. Listen, I'm not about to devote all my energy to this, okay? Because the shot coming on at 10 o'clock, and I'm giving my energy to that. Because I'm over this whole season. I'm over this. Like, we could have wrapped this all up. And we say this, it's so funny that we say this each and every season that they give us like a 3-part reunion or whatever. Bitch, we could have did this in an hour and a half, okay? An hour and a half. Y'all just trying to get them ratings because you knew we was going to still turn in, okay? And we did, like some assholes and like some dummies. We still tune in. But anyway, so we pick up where they left off last week about the classic incident, and Nene Andy asked Portia a question, okay, about the closet situation, about her belt and all that stuff and what you was talking about. Nene interjects before he can fully get the question out. And bitch, if my face look like girl, I just kind of woke up a little bit. Bitch, it's been a beautiful day. I had to come back in the house and take a nap. I was exhausted, okay? But anyway, so happy Easter to y'all too. Moving on from that, cause Jesus rose. Moving on. Nene interjects and started talking about how, I had a breakdown. I had a breakdown, okay? We don't need to keep on badgering me about this. That's what you're not going to do. You're not going to keep badgering me about this. And I'm sitting here looking like, throughout that whole conversation, what I got out of it is Nene can do stuff but call other people out on their stuff for doing the same thing. They brought up the whole incident with Portia when she put her hands on Kenya because Kenya deserved that. At that time, Kenya, what people keep on failing to understand, Kenya was testing and antagonizing the hell out of Portia, and then she fucked up and she crossed the line when she put that shit in Portia's face, and you stepped into her personal space. So at that point in time, it's go time, okay? Once you get into a person's personal space after they told you over and over and over again, if they put their hands on you, bitch, it's warranted, okay? Yeah, you can say, oh, well, you should be adult enough to not do this and, to just use your words and let things fly, whatever the fuck. I want you to use your words when somebody gets this close to you and putting stuff in your face and tell me you ain't gonna snap off and that person keep on doing this and doing that. Ain't nobody above snapping off. Ain't nobody without, faults and all that shit. And for Nene to sit up there and almost make it seem like it's okay for her to do what she did to the producer or whatever. They said scratched him up and chipped his tooth. He had to go to the goddamn, and this ain't the one that we saw the cameraman. They talking about the producer. And it was like, they played that clip of her saying, if she choked somebody up, she wasn't dumb enough to get it on film. Which, true tea, she wasn't dumb enough to get it on film like Portia did. But hey, it is what it is. It just made me upset even more, or feel a type of way. I'm going to say upset because, Nene pissed me off this whole, reunion, her attitude. And it's almost as if because she want to claim like she's the queen and all this shit, so therefore, a lot of stuff is exempt from her. She's exempt from doing a lot of things. You're on this reunion. We're going to talk about things that happen throughout the show, whether you want to talk about it or not. Okay, you're not exempt. Okay, everybody knows you had a breakdown. One of the biggest things of this show was the closet incident. Why are you sitting there thinking that ain't nobody going to talk about the closet? We're going to talk about the closet, okay? And yes, nobody is saying that, you was completely wrong for your reaction. Yes, you was going through some things and you told them bitches not to go into your fucking closet. I don't care if you playing or not. They thought that you was playing or whatever, but if somebody tell you not to do something, you don't do it, okay? We would have been perfectly fine with that and giving your explanation. We get that shit. Did you overdo it a little bit? Yes, you did, but you did tell the motherfuckers not to go in your closet. But don't sit up here acting like it's beneath you or you above talking about it and people calling you out on further stuff that happened that we didn't see, okay? They saying that you did this and that you did this, and not just one person saying it. It's multiple people that are in agreement of what you did, and you're sitting there acting like you didn't do it. Like all of a sudden you got amnesia. No, girl, it don't work that way. Then you got Marlo up there, all up your ass. I didn't hear her say this. I don't remember saying, she's pregnant or whatever. But if I did, I was saying it like, Portia's pregnant, so don't put your hands on her. We don't want you to do nothing like that. But then we see the footage of you saying that she's pregnant and then was like, don't push her. Why you push her? Something like that. Like, girl, Marlo, I don't know what it is with Marlo, because just a few seasons ago, y'all was not up each other's asses like this. You was calling her all types of bitches or whatever. So now you want to stay in her good graces, so you just gonna be up her. I can't stand people like that. I really can't stand people like that. But other than that, it is what it is. And you know, they talking about the belt and Nene denying that she touched Portia. I don't know if that happened, but I wouldn't put it past. You know, Tanya saying this happened, they saying this happened, Eva saying, well, I didn't see this. Well, damn, bitch, we ain't talking about you, so why are you interjecting? If you ain't see it, you shut up because you wasn't in there. All right. Candy said she saw some stuff. They talked about when they went on ahead and talked about them going ahead and talking to Nene and sending a text and all that shit. Candy said she wasn't doing it to, you know, make Portia look bad or throw her under the bus or whatever. It is hot up in here. Bitch, I got the heat off. It is summertime. Shy outside right now. And I got this goddamn hoodie on, bitch. Stop it. Stop it. And the hair down. Bitch, it's like a fucking heat box up in this bitch. But we gonna make it through. And I was just like, you know, they laughed it off or whatever. But she was like, because we was good. We was just started getting good. Now we good again. Okay, we real good at that because this thing connected us like this, you know. But it is what it is. I get where Nene is coming from. Nobody wants to continue to talk about something that, you know, been sticking with them for weeks and weeks and weeks. But you're at a reunion show. If you did not want to talk about it and you did not, you know, want to have any opinion on it and you said your piece already, why show up to the reunion? Okay, that's all that I got to say on that. So we get this whole thing with Cynthia, her relationship, trying to figure out what's going on with Noelle. You know, they asked, what did it, you know, you once said you wasn't really here for marriage again, but what made you change your mind? She was like, girl, Chris, okay? No, Mike. That's what his name is. Why do I want to call him Chris? It's Chill, Cynthia, and Mike Hill. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. But anyway, she was like, girl, you know, he came through and he just swept me up off my feet and, you know, he just had me thinking about things. They was like, girl, some people was asking some questions about how, you know, sometimes once this allure and the honeymoon stage runs off, you probably just gonna run away. Do you feel like you moving too fast or whatever? She was like, nah, girl, you got some people saying I'm moving too fast. Some people saying, bitch, why you not just going ahead and get married? And then they was like, Mike always saying he wanted to marry her, whatever. So if he was to say, let's move to LA, she would think about it, you know. How did the relationship feel? Do you feel about Leon feel about your relationship? Well, Leon and Mike had already met before they met me because, before Mike met me because, you know, Leon's into sports. He's the sportscaster. So, you know, put two and two together, make four. And he gonna have to be cool. The person that I'm with gonna have to be cool with my baby daddy because that's my baby daddy. And they gonna have to be, we're a package deal, bitch. I was like, all right, Cynthia, I likes that. I likes that. You know, Noelle, she's still doing what she got to do in college. She hasn't dropped out, which I'm proud of, you know, but she did say that she had to go do a little do-over in the first semester. She had little bumps in the road or whatever. But, you know, once she get out that shelter stage and go ahead and do what she got to do, she'll be fine. She'll be fine, okay? Anyway, moving on from that, they get into the whole thing with Eva and her marriage and the wedding and all of that shit. You know, they was talking about somebody said, how come if you was having some money issues or whatever, why would you wanna if you was supposed to be on budget or whatever, why would you wanna have three changes? Because that's what I planned on doing. The money issue didn't start coming in until, you know, more people started coming or whatever. And so at this point they started talking about how it was $1,000 a head that was supposed to be there. And it wasn't 300 people. It was like 230 to 240 people. So that's $240,000. Bitch, you got me fucked up. Oh, you got me fucked up. Okay, because I'm not the one. Bitch, never in my life. Never in my goddamn life. But bitch, let me tell you this. If you got it and you secure enough in it and you financial, all that shit together, you do what you got to do. But let me tell you something. Ashley will spend that money on something that's going to, you know, occur investments, okay? That's going to appreciate, not depreciate through time or whatever. Something that I can recoup on that shit. Bitch, Ashley ain't finna spend $240,000 on that shit like that. Hell no, for one fucking day. And I ain't finna get no back end off of it, nothing else. Girl, you got me fucked up, okay? But if you got that money and that's what you're willing to spend and you comfortable in life like that, by all means do what you gotta do. And they was like, well, you said that you had to do some little gigs, a couple of gigs, so you can be debt free or whatever. What was those gigs? And then it was like, well, I had to post some stuff on Instagram or whatever. $40,000 for a post. I said, bitch, let me get on that. Okay, girl. People asking me to do promo and stuff for they shit for $25 and all this shit. I can't wait till I get up to $40,000 to do a little post or whatever, bitch. Goddamn. I'm sitting here like, man, motherfuckers really do be getting paid off of goddamn social media. But anyway, moving off of that, you got Marlo just standing over there, and she just doesn't understand that regardless of how you feel about Eva, you coming off as a fucking hater. Regardless of where you get your fucking information, which I feel is not the truth, 100%. They was trying to say that it was a bridesmaid that came out and said that she was broke and all this stuff. And, Eva was discussing how that happened. Now, I'm still not too clear about that. But, Eva said she knew who it was. Marlo said it was more than one. It was three. And then she would not give the name. She wouldn't do this. And then Candy has to interject and said it was more than one person. Okay. And so Eva was taken aback a little bit. But at the end of the day, the way Marlo was snickering, the way Marlo sits there and mumbles under her breath when Eva started talking, what is it about Eva that gets under Marlo's skin so much that the other girls don't? I just don't get it. Is it because she's younger? Is it because she came from another reality show? Is it because she got her life somewhat together? And even if she got these rumors that she having financial trouble, she really don't look like she's struggling like that. She know how to play the shit off. What is it? She got the child that you probably don't want? Like, what is it? She got a husband? I'm not understanding where is this animosity and this jealousy and this enviousness coming from, because you're making yourself look pathetic as fuck. You already look pathetic being your head so far up Nini's ass, and then it adds on to the fact that you're hating on this girl, and that's what it's coming across. You can say that you're not, but you're clearly bothered by Eva for some reason, and you're too old to be doing this shit. You're too old to be hating on somebody younger than you that did absolutely positively nothing to you. Where is it coming from, Marlo? We want to know. We want to know. So, they start talking about Eva, and, Candy said she never got told anything about the bridesmaid or whatever, bridesmaids. But, she said that it was a couple of people that was saying some things. But who told you that? Who told you that? People be saying this shit, but they don't be revealing their sources, okay? And Eva, girl, I'm gonna be quite honest. Your story is all over the goddamn place, but girl, listen. When it comes to your baby daddy, I do believe you on that shit, because the motherfucker just got arrested again for domestic violence, okay? So how did the girls feel who was doubting her about her safety and all that shit? If you saw the shit on Yana Fix My Life, and you seen the shit that he did with Chris Brown and all that shit, you know that the nigga is not all the way there, okay? You know that he's not all the way there. Hell, I think on Yana Fix My Life, he even had an issue or attacked his own mama or something like that, so like, it's not hard to believe or far-fetched to believe that this girl would have to go through all this stuff to protect herself from somebody that's like this. Granted, he may not be all up in her shit now, but in the past he was. So, she probably just got that little that leftover fear or whatever that's going on. But you do what you have to do to protect yourself. And why would you doubt somebody that's trying to protect themselves? Okay, we live in a day and age where women are not being believed by cops and other people, and they wind up dead by people that didn't fuck them over. I ain't saying that he gonna do some shit like that, but I'm just putting it in reality. But, Marlo was like, I'm just saying people don't be rolling around here in Rolls Royce, renting Rolls Royce. She was like, bitch, first of all, I have a Jeep that I paid for cash on the lot, okay? I don't have a fucking Rolls Royce, okay? And then, they talked about all this other shit, and what it comes down to, Marlo don't believe Eva. It was like, you talk about something, you got 5 different places. She was like, no, girl, I said I rented 5 different places at 5 different places, and I could have stayed here. I could have extended the lease or whatever, but people didn't put my address out there. And why does it always come back to sex, okay, in relationship with Marlo when it comes to Eva? Did you have a deeper relationship or whatever with Shanita, because of the fact that she putting out a whole bunch of personal stuff? Me and Nene wasn't talking for 4 years, and I didn't even put this deep stuff out on her and all this stuff. Andy had to ask, did you and Nene have something going on? Shit, because y'all was fucking fighting like y'all was a couple too. Like, she trying to say that she was no a full-time lesbian in LA. Baby, let me tell you something. If you fuck dick and you suck you eat if you eat puss and you suck dick, bitch, you're not a lesbian, you're not straight, you're bisexual. Okay, that's what it is. So shut that full time shit down, or you're pansexual or whatever. But bitch, you're not a full time this and you're not a full time that, and that is 100% okay. She said she wasn't in no relationship with nobody. She had relationships or relations with some chicks or whatever, but she was never in no relationship. It is what it is. Moving on from that, do I believe it? Moving on from that, hey, to each his own. Okay, but Marlo, the talking under the breath, like I said, and you talk about something, you just don't like liars and all this shit. My thing is, you're a liar yourself. Like, from her talking about liars and frauds and stuff, you got a whole rap sheet from doing exact being a fraud. Like, come on, like, you forgot all your 50 million mud shots and shit like that. Like, don't throw fucking rocks at glass doors and shit like that. Like, girl, you're doing a lot. And it's just like, where's this coming from? And then Eva gets upset. And Nene, she was like, girl, I'm upset at Nene because of the fact that when we had that conversation, I told you that I didn't want to talk to you with no mics on. And Nene said that. She said that on camera, that she said no mics on and all that stuff. And she still went over there with the mic on because we heard everything. Okay? And Nene like, oh, so you get mad at this and you get mad at that. And I'm the one that was having your back and all this stuff when they was talking shit. I said, no, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. Because when Marlo was sitting there giving out all that information, you was sitting there kicking. You was like, girl, what? Girl, what? Not that. You was laughing with it. Okay, you not one time told Marlo, cut that shit out. We should not be talking. You sat there and listened to that Marlo get on the phone with old girl to spill whatever tea that supposedly happened, okay? Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and be dumb and be like, you know what Eva is saying is 100% correct. But no, like everybody said, your story is confusing. And if you don't want to reveal a whole bunch of shit, what you want the show for? But then again, if you in this heightened sense of, I need to be secure and, I'm scared of it, why are you on the show? Okay? But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. I just feel like everybody being fake. Everybody being fake. That's all that it is. So then we get into this whole thing about the party with Kenya coming. This is how I feel at the end of the day. Yes, Cynthia could have gave Nene a heads up, but at the end of the day, bitch, why? Okay. Because I know some people gonna be like, well, if you friends, you supposed to tell me, bitch. First of all, we friends, okay? And just because you got an issue with somebody don't mean that I got an issue with them. That's one. But yeah, it would have been cool for her to give her a heads up if she knew for sure that King was coming. But just like she did when she told Nene that you need to give Eva a heads up that Giovanna is coming. But, if you want to play tit for tat, I can see it that way. But at the end of the day, it's Cynthia's party and she can invite whoever the fuck it is that she wants to. And Nene, you had an attitude as if you didn't want to come in the first damn place, so you should have stayed your ass home. But, Cynthia, girl, they got some shit on you, okay? Now, for Nene to sit there and say that she didn't believe all this stuff, and after hearing that recording or whatever, they tried to make it seem as if Candy and Cynthia was trying to, lie and come up with a story about, Kenya coming there. And Candy explained that that's not what the case was. They was getting mic'd up, and that was at the last minute when Kenya had called her and told her that she was going to be there because she asked her. Kenya said she wasn't. Cynthia had already extended an invitation to Kenya because that's her friend and she can do that to her own party, regardless of how the fuck you may feel, okay? And, she said that Kenya said that she wasn't coming. So I can understand the reason why she felt the need not to tell Nene because the bitch already confirmed that she wasn't coming, but then she popped up. But then, Nene like, I don't believe what they said, I believe what was on TV. Okay, just like you tried to claim that, Portia went into a booth and edited something, recorded something in the booth saying that, I'm scared, I'm pregnant or whatever, and they added it to the show, which they did not because they showed the clear footage that she did not do that. How come you couldn't think or wouldn't allow yourself to think that it could be edited that made it think like or seem as if, them made it seem as if they was in cahoots with one another and they already knew that this girl was coming, because editing is known to be fucked up and spliced up on this show. We've all seen it and we all pointed it out. That's how reality shows are done. They split and splice shit together. Okay, now see, if you want to go on that first round, that's cool. Then we get to this. Andy buzzing Cynthia out because, bitch, I'm sitting here waiting for it like, girl, okay, I see where you coming from, and I hear what you saying, but at the same token, they pulled up that clip. He was like, okay, with all of this being said, but I want to understand where it's coming from when you was in this party with Mike and you was whispering to him and you said I supposed to act like I didn't know King was coming. Explain that shit, Cynthia. Cynthia said it's not enough money to put up with this bullshit. Bitch, listen. So her explanation about that was, you know, she had already found out that King was there, and this is at the time. She said that after she found out King was there and Nene was there at the same time, girl, the explanation didn't make sense to me. It was going around. She was like, I did know. I did know. I did. I said, bitch, which one is it? She tried to clear it up. And they was like, oh, okay. But then Portia was like, Inspector Gadget on their ass and said, so what I need to figure out is when you was over there talking and you was like, talking to Kenya, and he was like, girl, I didn't know you was coming. And she was like, yes, you did. Cynthia said, I took that to mean like, girl, you knew I was coming, or you already invited me, but I didn't say that I was coming tonight or some shit like that. I was sitting here like, okay, Cynthia, now Whitney, she tried to give an explanation. I was just sitting here like, girl, okay, if that's the one that you want to go with, that's what you gonna go with. But all right, but moving on from that, I was just sitting there like, Cynthia, I could have came up with a better explanation than that, but okay, if that's what you want to go with, that's what you want to rock with. But of course, Nene don't believe them, and I can understand why she don't believe them. But at the end of the day, if you hear the explanation, it's like Nene said, it's her right to believe or not. But I think to be quite honest, I think Nene was just looking for a reason not to be cool with these girls anyway. I don't think that she was ever really cool with them like that. She was just being cool for the camera because she was coworkers. They coworkers. That's what it is. I feel like she's over the whole thing, and maybe she just needs to take another exit like she did last time. Since she don't want to talk about shit, and since she want to be upset with everybody and think everybody's against her, and Cynthia said, bitch, they don't pay me this much for this shit. And at the end of the day, if you're not gonna be cool with somebody, don't be cool with somebody. And I'm not about to be sitting up on nobody's stage or on nobody's TV or nobody nothing trying to suck somebody's ass, kiss somebody's ass to get them to like me and to be friends with me or whatever. It ain't that fucking deep. And I did like the question that Andy asked. What do being friends with Nene do for you? And then Cynthia said, good question, Nene, you answer that shit. Nene said, bitch, you answer it because he asked your ass. Obviously, it does nothing. If you can't answer the question, what does it do? But I think they was just all being pathetic and all being, immature, not trying to listen to either one of them. And this happens every few seasons. It's a cycle where Nene and Cynthia have a falling out, and Nene say Cynthia being fake or Cynthia wasn't being there, and it's Nene that falls out with everybody, and then the next season they working on a relationship and they all back cool. Like Marlo said, they gonna be cool again because Cynthia can't live her life without Nene, and I just don't understand it. But it is what it is. So they had some last words trying to figure out what's going on with Nene and Cynthia friendship. Just let that shit rock and let it flow naturally how it's gonna go. Okay, quit putting so much pressure on it and saying, do y'all feel like y'all gonna be friends or whatever? You saw them just have this blow up. Of course these bitches not about to be friends right now, okay? They're about to just let that shit flow. And not with Nene, I would want to be friends with this bitch after going on a media tour about this whole thing, going on social media and shit. Fuck that, okay? But it's Cynthia, and like they said, they had a 9-year shit. She was like, bitch, y'all call me weak, whatever, but shit, I gotta be strong to be a friend like this to a person like you, because it's not easy being your friend, and I've been on this show for 9 years. I said, Cynthia trying to step the fuck up, because we have used to call her little weak, and she used to be a tick on Nene's ass too. Marlo then took that place or whatever. Nene not liking it. That's all that it's coming down to. And Cynthia ain't agreeing with everything that she liking and all this shit. Okay, that's basically it. They do some little fortunes and all that stuff. And did you see the part though? I ain't gonna lie, it was shady as shit. When Portia said she said a big word for Portia, and then Nene, and she said it correctly. I can't remember what it was, but Nene looked at Marlo like, bitch, what? Like this bitch. All of a sudden we said and stuff. But it is what it is. Y'all tell me how y'all felt. I'm so glad that this is over. I did give a little bit more energy than I expected, but y'all know me. I gotta give y'all the good shit. Y'all tell me how y'all felt. All these women need to grow up. That's all that it is. We all need to grow up, and we all need to just be mature about shit. And people be asking, would you do this? No, I would not ever want to do a reality TV show or whatever, because it brings out the ugly, and I just can never get down with somebody dictating what I'm supposed to be with somebody if I don't fuck with them. Oh, it's in your contract. Well, you need to write that out my contract, okay? It's just not gonna. I can't play along and be fake on TV. But y'all tell me how y'all feel, and I'll see y'all later. Peace. And one more thing, the whole thing with Candy and Portia making up and saying that, as soon as she dropped Lil PJ, she gonna be back to going to her event. And then Candy said, I understand that you got issues going on with my team or whatever, certain people in my team, but I would never like this on my team, but I understand that. And she was like, you know what, we good, we both from Atlanta, and when we say that we good, we dropping the subject, and it is what it is, and we just gonna continue to work on us. I thought that was the cutest moment of the whole show.